Okay, now we have gone live and we should have a workshop. I don't know what it is wrong here. I have waited 5 minutes here for it might be something wrong with the network in Pakistan because nobody of the 4 students who should be here arrived yet. I have sent out a link individually. I have also sent it to the group. So this seems to be very unusual to happen, but I've heard it can happen that the internet is not working so good in Pakistan sometimes. So I have full respect for that. And what I will do right now, I will send the link to Facebook, and therefore it might be some other people, and you might not be prepared. But I had 3 questions for this workshop, and it's related to the interviews. It's related to the dreams the students have, and also passion. So there are three things. So I'm going to post the link, and you can join me here. I will see if I can post it on the online Facebook. It should be live right now. So I am just checking how it works. I have used StreamYard a couple of times, so I'm not so familiar with it yet, but it should work as I understand. So I'm actually doing my best now to do this go live. So yeah, we have the live here with the questions. So I will open up now to make sure it's possible for you to participate on this live session. So we will see if I can just add the link here to the workshop where it is going live right now. So I'm going to post it. There is some kind of, I don't know what it is with the internet, with the connection, and if it's StreamYard or what it depends on, I don't know. But there is a big delay in everything here right now. So I don't know what you're seeing right now online. I will check with my mobile as well because I had two separate connections. Yeah, now it's coming up here. So we will see when I'm adding the link here as well. So yeah, I will just post a banner here so you can access it. And there is the link for joining. So it will come up now. So here is the StreamYard, and there you have the link for participating in this workshop online. And as soon as there are, it can be up to six participants on the workshop. So I'm waiting for a couple of more to come here. And if you see this link, you're free to join. I invite everybody who wants to join this workshop, just join me, and we will continue. I will talk about my experiences so far and from those interviews, and also I will answer those questions myself actually. And you can otherwise ask me questions if you want during this session. The topic, as I said, for the workshop, it's about the interviews which have been held with the students in Pakistan, and they are from Rehan School, and I can really recommend that school and the work they are doing. I know they have many challenges, but they are doing the best for actually reaching out to people, and I should say they have a lot of courage, the students who are there, and doing the best to reaching out to people. I also want to say that I am very thankful to, it was some years ago I was invited to being a part of those conversations online with people in Pakistan. It's actually 11 years ago, and Rehan Alawala, he started up this for people in Pakistan to let them grow, and for the education is quite low in Pakistan in general, and for them to get in their own business and actually being able to work with people internationally. So that is, I should say, a very good approach. So yeah, I can see at least there are some people here right now watching this, and that's nice. As you can see in the invitation, you have all questions there. What have you learned from the interviews so far? What are your dreams for the future? What is your passion? So I am trying to wait a little bit more, hope someone else will attend this, but we will see. I see that some people have liked this. I will do my best to continue to this. I haven't seen any more, even if I have invited personally now to 4 of the students. None of them have attended yet or asked for joining this live session. So I start with the first question, what you have learned from the interview so far. I have learned 2 things, I should say. For the first, the willingness among the students to interact, participate in interviews or holding those kind of interviews for people who wants to listen. That is very good. A challenging thing I have also learned is that people are very willing to invite to an interview and say, I want to interview you now, but I am a professional. I don't have unlimited time. I used to plan. I want to say to all people who are starting up business, you need to act more professionally. It's important that you set up a time and do a schedule before you start up with interviewing people. And if you ask people about having interviews, it's important that you know which time zone they are in. It has happened that I got calls in the middle of the night, and people are sending messages. Can we have the interview now? No, it's not possible to have the interview now. I have a schedule, I am planning, I have time management. That's very important. And I also learned from the interviews that it's important that you prepare. You need to know, before you interview a person, you need to know a little bit more about the person before you start. Otherwise, it will be as the person is repeating. You can look at earlier interviews and learn from those interviews. That's very important that you listen to earlier interviews and watching them and to see and learn from each other. It is called benchmarking when you are learning from others, and you can also talk to your student mates and talk to the teachers. And I also want to say to the teachers that it's good if you're preparing the students for what they are going to do, because it's a very, I should say, different level of interviews, the quality of the interviews. Some of the students are doing it very, very well. They are prepared. They have read a little about the person they are going to interview. And it's also about what the purpose is with the interview, not only a topic. And I also seen sometimes that some of the students are just reading. It's like someone else has created the questions, and that is never good because it's about a relationship and interaction with the person you are interviewing. It's so important that you build a relationship with the person you are interviewing. Otherwise, you shall wait and see how you can do it. The level of the questions are often based on, I should say, as if it was an adult who created the questions, and it is also as if you were experienced and a student who is 13 years of age has no experience from doing business and working at the company or those questions they are asking. And if you are start up with asking that kind of questions, it will only create a session where the audience will feel that this is not really professional. It's very good for the student to do this, but when you are going live and you have an audience who don't know the purpose, then I suggest you that you are holding those interviews in a local facility where you don't reach to other people, because now you are doing a broadcast where people from many different countries might see you, and they wonder what you are actually doing those interviews for. Is it for the quantity? Because I've seen sometimes it's very good. You have now held like 100 interviews, but the quality of the interviews are much more important than the quantity. So that is also my learning so far. I go to the next question. That is, what are your dreams for the future? My dreams are that more people will start to interact. My dreams are also that we can talk to each other and also build a relationship with people from different religions, from different political places, and also different countries and different cities. I heard so many people who are polarized, and there is an ongoing, I should say, challenge. And if you don't know, my name is Christer Edman. I am working mainly in Sweden. I have been working as a project manager and met people in many different situations all over the world. And my dreams are also, I was attending a peace conference yesterday here in Stockholm. It was really interesting because I had just had an interview with one of the women in Pakistan who has been abused, and that interview actually created a lot of knowledge about the situation which she's facing. And that could be related to people all over the world, because we are all challenged and we need to collaborate more. So my dreams for the future are that we are creating more awareness about the abuse against women and children. And we as men need also to take our responsibility and talk about those questions. I am working with ex-criminals. I'm working with people who are addicted to drugs, alcohol, and those behavior. The people who have been into drugs and addiction, it's about escaping from the reality, I should say. And you need to talk about your challenges in life, and you need to have the professionals. So my dreams for the future is to create an awareness about the importance of collaboration, and also that we are real, that we are not using the AI and the robots and filtering people from actually making their voices heard. That is so important. The peace conference yesterday contained people. It was an imam, it was a priest, Swedish priest, and we talked about the challenges which are among people and how people are judging, how people are actually, I should say, bullying other people. One of the people here in Sweden, he was actually so much bullied and his family that he felt, what am I doing here? How can I continue to work here? We are not inviting people in Sweden. We are very, I should say, bad in doing that. And if we read the newspapers and the and the media, both traditional media and alternative media, we can get an impression of that everybody are against someone else. And the polarization between people are, it's a disease in the society. So that is also something which is bothering me a lot. And the filter, we talked about what is happening if you talk about hate. We have a lot of hate among people, and that is based on how they are presenting. The politicians are presenting as if they are the best and have the solution for all people. And they are very good in talking without doing anything. And that is something also which is related to my dreams. We need to have more investigative, real journalists who are doing the job, and they have to present the facts, not someone else's agenda. And the agenda is very many times evil, and we can see that in the situation in the world. How can we create peace if we are people who are leading the people in the wrong direction? They can't even lead themselves. They need to lead themselves first, not think that they can lead others. You see this cap, it's saying fuck violence. Våldet is violence in Swedish. So I've been working with people in prisons since 2015 and met paperless in Sweden. 1 year I was working together with the Salvation Army here in Sweden, and we were at the prison. And we met many people. Now they are saying that they should make so all the asylum seekers will be placed in one place. That is so stupid. And you know, the paperless people, they are not allowed to work in Sweden. And their home countries are saying we don't accept this person. They say this person is not belonging to our country, and we will not accept the person to return to the country you are saying they are coming from. That is the worst you can do to a person. What do you expect them to do? Of course, they will start to do criminal things because they must survive. They are starting to sell drugs and they are starting to do criminal things. I'm working with stopping people, to stop people from continuing with bad behavior and live an honest, decent life without hurting others. But we need to collaborate if we shall achieve to stop this, and therefore it's so important. What is my passion? My passion is actually, I should say, my life as a believer. I believe in Jesus. That is the most and my passion in life. It was my grandmother when I was only 7, 8 years of age. She wrote in her diary that I will be a witness for Jesus. And I am a witness for Jesus Christ. That is what makes me to be calm, to be happy. That's my life. I am getting new energy. It's so important. So my passion is also to engage and inspire people to follow Jesus. And that is the only message I have. And I got to learn from my colleague in Argentina, Veronica Reborna Arnold, and her husband, how important it is to have something you believe in, the faith, and also have routines, daily routines, discipline to keep on going. So my passion is also to build up a good relationship with my children, my daughters. I see them and their future. My passion is also to talk about what is going on, because when you are trying to just live a decent life, paying the taxes, making your life free from everything which can hinder it, and if you love each other and you have a life together, then you should support it and make it easy for people to doing that. It's not the current situation in Sweden. Here we have big problems because the politicians are not working for helping people to live together. And you shall not have to wait several years just for getting a residence permit when you are married and you have lived together, for example, many years in other countries. But when you are coming to Sweden, you are forced to separate, and that is the bad thing. If you, from the beginning, were caring about people who are coming to Sweden as migrants and taking care of them, making sure that they will get the right education and also that they can live according to the Swedish laws and the situation here in Sweden. So my passion is to talk about those questions and make those questions up on the board, on the agenda, because I think this will help many people. This will help the children. This will help the adults. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now my phone was ringing, so that is normal when I'm working as I'm doing with abused women and so on. It's very common. I'm also working with ex-criminals, so I'm helping ex-criminals to change their lives. I'm helping them with curriculum with toys and also to get the right contacts. That is so important. So now I have to close this mobile, which is ringing. I could see it was nothing which I had to take right now, but I'm always available. I am also taking the time off because it's important to relax. I should say to go out in the nature and be with people you love and care about is so important. But for improving yourself to grow and help people, you need to interact and talk also to people you are usually not talking to. When I was talking about people in Pakistan here in Sweden, it was like, who are they? Why can you talk to them? Why are you thinking about even visiting Pakistan? Of course, I can visit any country. Of course, I'm not going if, for example, we have stupid politicians who are allowing the Quran to be burned just in front of a mosque on a holy day for the Muslims, and the person is an asylum seeker or what he is from Iraq, and he should not be here. He has even become crime here in Sweden. If that happened in any other country and the Swede is doing that in that country, they are forced to leave the country. I know that because I know people who have been forced to doing that because they have committed crimes. So it's so important to understand those things. And my passion is to make the women's voice and the people's voices who are not heard. And I have a practitioner, Rosha, so I want her to also follow and do the best and start up business, doing the things she can do for growing. Because when you're leaving a situation, you need to have alternatives and work with them. If I don't get any questions here, I will close this workshop because the time is almost 3:30 in Pakistan, and I said it should be 30 minutes. It was late before I started, and I haven't got any more attendance here. It should joined 4 more people or 5 more people. Nobody joined or asked for joining, so maybe it's some problem with the network in Pakistan. I don't know why, but I heard that as well. So I wish you all the best and God bless. Take care and join me next session maybe, or if you want to contact me, I'm here on Facebook. This will be also broadcasted on YouTube, so I will share that as well. Bye and take care, and thanks for listening.